Okay, then I'm not going to waste much time. Let's just start getting people out here. First up, showrunner, executive producer, Darren Swimmer. Let's hear it. Then we have showrunner, executive producer, Todd Slapkin. Give them love, they know things. We want them to tell us stuff. Executive producer and director, Matt Hastings. And let's get a little Luke Garraway in the house, Isaiah Mustafa. And Clace is on, but I want to hear what's coming up next. So let's get Catherine McNamara out here. Am I the only one excited we're getting more Maya in season 3? Alicia Wainwright. And he's a Shadowhunter, a devoted brother and parabatai, and he's one half of Malik, Matthew Daddario. Welcome, everybody. You guys happy they're here? So much to talk about, you guys. Let's start with the producers first. You know, I always ask, what did you learn from the second season that leads you into the third? Kind of tell me what did you guys learn from that, and where are we going to go in season 3?
Well, we learned what an amazing fandom this show has, first of all. Holy cow!
Yeah, killer, you guys.
Thank you. You know, the devotion to the books continues. Season 3 is no different. Book 4 is the book that we delve into in a deep, deep way. Super excited. It's a darker tone, it's a more mature tone, and it's awesome.
Okay. Now you guys are already off and running. Where are you in shooting season 3? I know you're doing it now.
Yeah, we're in the middle of shooting season 3, of course, episode 5 already, so we're halfway through, and it's pretty exciting. I wish I could bring you all back to Toronto with me so you could see what's up, but it is
I thought we were doing that. We're not bringing...
Well, they're all, you guys are coming, right? Like with us back
Field
to the
trip.
set?
Let's just go.
Okay, cool.
And this guy directed the premiere, which we've all seen, and it's amazing. And Matt did an incredible job, as well as this amazing cast.
Yeah,
you guys crushed it. Crushed it.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty. So where do we pick up in season 3? Is there any time movement? Where are we picking up?
It's shortly after where we left off. It's actually not long at all afterwards.
I think we said 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 13 seconds.
I think it's a little bit longer than that. Maybe a day.
We
Sounds
do need
pretty
to know.
accurate.
Yeah.
We need to know specifically. We really do.
Yeah, the action is still, the fallout of everything that happened in the last episode is just, it's still hitting.
Yeah, do you guys ever feel like when you do a season finale that you've kind of backed yourself in a corner in a way because you've set up so many different things, or is that all just part of the planning?
Part of the plan.
Okay.
One of the sweetest things about the finale is these guys wrote all these great, intricate, beautiful, layered scripts, and then it all pays off. It all builds in 19 and 20, and then we're relighting the match and starting season 3.
I love it. Okay, well, Isaiah, let's talk about Luke a little bit.
Okay. Talk about Luke. Well, I know everybody wants to know because of what happened at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Is Luke still drunk?
The answer is...
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a heck of a hangover.
But you know, he also has some questions about his werewolfness from some coworkers.
That's right. That's right. There's people asking about that, right? People that shouldn't be asking about that. Little thorns in my side.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie. Ollie. All in due time. All in due time.
Okay. You know, how protective is Luke of this part of his life? Because it does influence the people he works with.
Yeah, like who?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he has to
couple
be an
people in his
example
life.
for some of the younger werewolves in the shadow world. But yeah, he's very protective of it. So when someone comes along claiming to know what he is, I think he kind of ratchets everything in.
Okay. All right. Well, Catherine, we know Jason Clary are back on. It's a good
Finally.
thing. Exciting.
Took us long enough.
But we know there's something up with Jace that more than likely is going to become a big part of the season. Can you talk about that as much as you can? And then, does Clary figure that out pretty soon, or does it take a while?
There's a lot going on between Jace and Clary right now, especially with the fact of the wish and everything that happened with Jace dying and coming back. They have this secret that they cannot tell because bringing someone back from the dead, and also using Raziel's wish are two of the worst things that a Shadowhunter can do. And of course, Clary just, walks right into that. But, we were finding out what all of the consequences of that are, and one of those is whatever is going on with Jace that we saw at the end of the season 2 finale. And it's a bit of a slow burn because there's so much else happening that it takes a while for things to kind of come to fruition and for them to figure out exactly what it is that's going on. But it does have a huge effect on everyone in the story.
Okay, and we don't have Alberto here today. Alberto, shout out for Alberto. There we go.
We can answer Alberto-related questions.
Oh, yeah, no, he gave me full permission, yeah.
All right. So I was going to ask, we also know Simon was left in a precarious place.
He was.
Matt, can you speak to that and what we might see?
He was. He was feeling a lot of things at the end, and it's not clear, but I think that he's really the hero at the end of the season.
Oh, undoubtedly.
He's Maya's a knight in shining
how much
armor.
do we know? I forget what we revealed. No, I don't know anything.
So, but
Simon made a deal with.
So, thank you.
Simon made that deal with the Sealy Queen.
You tried.
He's got to make good on that.
That's right.
I don't know. For me, I feel like Maya, her storyline is like, it's a fairy tale ending. She gets trapped, she gets saved, she has a great boyfriend, she gets some drinks with her pals. It's just like, the perfect way to end the finale for her. But little does she know that there's repercussions for what ended up being such a pleasant ending for the finale for her. So, she has no idea what he's risked for her. And so maybe she'll appreciate him more, or maybe she'll be really mad about it.
or maybe both.
Yeah.
I keep feeling like she's just going to be kind of like, where'd he go? Where's Simon now? He's got commitments he's got to take care of.
She's like a little obsessed with him, I think.
But also, you guys all know Alicia is now season 3 regular. How was that for you going into shooting these new episodes, knowing that you're going to be around for a while?
Okay, so so excited, beyond excited.
Oh, our first Beyond. That's good. That's
You're
good.
doing wonderfully, dear. Keep
Oh my
going.
gosh. How many can we do? I love working on this show. Working in fantasy is probably one of the coolest genres to work in, and having a fantastic crew and cast is awesome, and to be kind of a part of the family but not a part of the family is still wonderful, but to have that recognition every day, I wake up with a big old smile on my face because I just feel super grateful, And Maya's a dope character. Like, she's badass, she fights, she's cool, she's like my aspiration in life. So, minus like wanting to hit people all the time. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But yeah.
Well, we already have a good sense of girl power, but is Maya going to be joining in with some of the other ladies on the show, doing some kick-assing?
We actually do get to work together a little bit at the
we
beginning of
did.
season 2.
Yes.
That's kind of all we can say, I think.
Right, yeah.
I like it. Okay. All right, Matt. First of all, I really like your hat.
Thank you.
You guys see his hat?
It's hand painted.
I love it.
Who does? We'll discuss that.
That comes later. But finally Magnus and Alec got back together by the end of last season.
Yes.
They
did.
And so we're obviously, it doesn't seem like people stay happy for too long in a show like this, but what can you talk about for season 3?
Well, okay, let's discuss what is happiness. Let's start there. It's as good a place as any. I think that right now, how happy is Alec? He's pretty happy, but he feels like things, it's just coming off of all that, so I think he's a little bit stressed. So I think there's an element of stress. And he's just getting into the more complex parts of his relationship with Magnus, and I think that we're gonna see a lot of that stress go beyond where it is now. And I'm just concerned, I'm concerned for him. I'm worried about him.
Okay, oh, that's sweet.
Hey, don't worry about Alec, he's gonna be okay.
I think he'll be okay in the end. We have 20 episodes to make it better than ever.
Oh no, we're going above and beyond this season. Believe me.
It's true. We are going beyond.
Needless to say.
Well, because in reality, not a ton of time has passed, right, since his whole coming out and first getting together with Magnus. So
We're not doing the time frame
Yeah,
thing
time
anymore.
We're
not
is
doing it.
irrelevant.
that's out the window.
It's the shadow world. Time is beyond our control.
But I will say Alec gets a lot of credit for the defeat of Valentine in the finale, even though his New York Institute was the people that took him down, Jason Clary and Alec. You know, he had something to do with that.
As the authority figure, I get all the credit.
Well, there was a wraith
works.
attack, and there were all
He
these
shot
flying
some killer
things,
arrows against these wraiths.
Yeah.
That dude with the bow and arrow.
Kill those
What about
flying
that
dragons.
finale scene, though? I mean, this guy crushed it. I mean, it was so good to see him running. Didn't you say something about Saving Private Ryan? Yeah.
Running on the beach.
But the other thing about Malik and that relationship that I think is so fascinating and that they're going to dig into more, now that they're back together, they're a couple. And what is it like to be a relatively new, normal couple and to see that between them, but also the complexity of having Magnus, he'll never die, right? And I hate to bring the room down, but it's like,
Why? He lives a long time. That's good.
I know, but it's
good that he lives forever.
But it also, you have to consider that, and would that weigh on your mind?
Well, I don't know. We're going to find out this season. Would it weigh? How many of you guys? You know
I've
what?
dated a warlock.
I'll wait.
All of you who are dating warlocks, what is that like?
I love it. Since I've been talking to you guys from the start, I know when we talked about the action sequences in season 1, season 2 topped those. What can we expect in season 3 as far as the action?
Well, there's one part of a fight that I'm very excited about. We did our first ever dual wire gag, where we have multiple actors and wires doing stunts at the same time, and that was pretty cool.
What we're always trying to do with the stunts and the action and that whole component of the show, I mean, we love the books, like full stop. And we also want to elevate the show as far as the visual imprint, is the excitement, and the risks and the stakes and all that stuff. So every meeting, we have all these meetings with stunts and all that stuff, we're always, all of us, everybody on this panel, everybody in Toronto, trying to elevate the show for you. We make the show for you guys, and we're hoping to surprise you even more in season 3.
Okay.
And if you look closely, a lot of these guys are doing a lot of their own stunts, and they train really hard, and it's pretty amazing.
They're actual
and
Shadowhunters.
At this point, they're really martial arts experts. And Isaiah, you fly into a wall really well.
Oh, yeah,
But that was the drunk scene.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you mean that? Oh, you mean the wire scene, right? I love flying into walls. It's so much fun as a werewolf to fly into walls. Believe me.
Alicia, have you gotten into some of that? Some of the fight sequences and just battle stuff?
Well, I had a fight in season 2, and I look forward to what will be more involved stuff. I've been working a lot on in preparation, so I anticipate it.
They train
Yeah.
all the time, these
Yeah.
guys.
She trains like after the boxing instructor, he always goes, "Let me show you what Alicia did," right? and it's ferocious, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's ferocious, but also like I'm still learning. So the other day we did a really cool setup, and then I kicked his finger, and we both heard a like pop sound. And he's a stunt guy, so he's never gonna be like, "Ow!" So I was like, "Did you hear that?" He's like, "Yeah, I heard that." I was like, "Do you need to look at your hand?" He's like, "No, I'm okay." So it's a work in progress.
Oh my God.
All of it's a huge testament to our stunt team because they spend so much time training us and working with us and thinking about the specific way each character moves and how they fight and what weapons they use. And all of that comes together to create this kind of story within a story of every fight. And that's why each one is so special and why it adds so much to our story.
And we thank them by injuring them and breaking their fingers.
They just go above and beyond everything that they need to.
Are we forcing it?
so
Are we forcing the
That's not
beyonds
forcing
now?
I think maybe we've maxed out.
Tell us
dude.
when the beyonds go too forced, I need you to boo. But if it's a really good beyond, I just say
Raise.
beyond.
oh, we're ranking them now.
Oh, God.
Since Dom and Emerald are not here, can you guys talk? Whoever wants to talk about it,
Yes.
what Isabel's up to, and we know a little bit about Jace, but can you guys expand on that just a little bit?
I'll take Izzy. She's amazing. She's stronger than ever, and she's now the new weapons master in the Institute, which is awesome. She is, you know, the mundane life the mundanes in a weird way saved her because of the program, because of AA getting over the yin fen. So she respects them in a different way. She's always spent her time having to take care of the mundanes, and now she sees the value in them, and that's going to add some interesting feelings moving forward in season 3.
Is Sizzy coming at all? Sizzy?
No, just kidding.
I gotta ask.
If you
I
look-
gotta-
Sorry, but I just like
rude.
channeled Maya for a second.
you
That
look
was
I'm not
closely,
going to
you
be
see
rude.
the-
It's
Said that.
Mizzy right now. It's all about Mizzy.
I'm a man of the
Missy,
people. I know
oh,
there's some
that.
Sizzy fans, right? Okay.
It's fine, it's
Patience.
okay.
I know you guys want to
No,
throw
he-
rocks at me every time I say patience, but patience.
Myman.
The seeds are kind of there.
Okay. And how about Jace? We know a little bit. What's he going to be going through?
Well, we know from watching season 2 that it's always not a great idea to bring people back from the dead, or at least there's a lot of consequences. And life's never been easy for Jace. Every season's tough on him, and this is no
Like, when
exception.
has he had a good
I'm
day?
sorry,
No, you know
guys.
what? He never gets less sexy. It doesn't
doesn't get
matter.
less
He's
sexy.
brought back from the dead. Now
There's
he's
like-
an undead, sexy Shadowhunter.
Yeah, it's true.
He
And
gets to
that's
have
something.
fun for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
a
that's
drink.
true.
He had
No,
a
he
drink
did-
at the Hunter's Moon. And I think
There
that
you
was
go.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
little
but
fun.
and
Episode I'm talking about.
and I got to say, like Clay's feels in the first 2 episodes, guys. Mind blowing. So good, Kat and Dom.
Place is on fire.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great because they've never had a chance to actually explore what their relationship would be without a strain of, oh, we might be siblings, or oh, the world's about to end,
Those
or
little
oh,
issues.
you know,
We might be siblings.
those little issues that
The
you know,
world is
things
ending.
happen. But now that they're, I mean, you know, aside from him coming back from the dead and this huge secret that they're carrying around with them, they're actually able to behave as a couple for the first time. And it's really great to see their relationship and to see them relaxed for once.
I think that's what I really enjoy about season 3 is that we're getting into like not only the further character development, but like relationship development. What is it like when you like go home with these people? So
I'm all for character development, relationship development, but I think Luke would rather just see you be a shadow hunter. You know what I mean? Stay in your lane. Don't.
what does that even mean?
Are you getting protected of your baby?
It's like,
Always the
I'm
dad.
just saying.
she's a grown
Oh,
woman.
another thing about
fine, we're
Jace,
just
we learned
training,
something
it's
about
fine.
Jace this season. He's a workaholic, and he's going to be
Yeah.
working all the time,
Literally.
Yes,
nonstop.
literally nonstop.
In fact, so much that he feels like he has to take a day off at some point.
That's true.
So that's a little tease.
Wow.
I just
All
tease
right.
you all.
Yeah,
And he
Okay.
takes a day
A
off.
little.
Well, I like it. Well, speaking
little
of
day
teases,
off.
I think we've got some new faces in the new season. Can you guys talk to that as much as you can?
We've cast Lilith, who's a character from the book. We're really excited about. It's Anna Hopkins, who's a phenomenally talented actress. You guys are going to love her. We are friends with her and know her from the show Defiance on Sci-Fi that we worked on a few years ago. And she is just crushing it in these first few episodes, and we're really excited to have her.
She's great. The other news is there's this guy who right now he's on Broadway and he has a 2:00 show. He's in a little show called Hamilton. His name's Javier Munoz, and he is coming to the world of the shadow world.
Yep.
And he is a major adversary to Mr. Magnus Bane.
So we know Lilith is kind of the big bad this season. How is she going to compare to Sebastian, who's still around, Jonathan? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, she's interesting because she has never had a child of her own. So she has, Sebastian is her child, and that her blood runs through Jonathan Morgenstern, who is Sebastian. Those of you who read the book know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't will watch the season 3 and will be amazed and see the story play out. She is so scary and so beautiful and so sensual, and I kind of want to hang out with her and then run away, and I'm so scared. But
She's also really a villain that has such great depth. She is someone who has been betrayed herself. You feel emotionally connected to her, and I think anybody that's a villain that you feel for, it just takes it to the next level. And she's coming for Jace. Yeah. She's coming for him. He killed her son, and she's pissed.
Okay, I have to jump in real quick because I just got a very important announcement I think everybody's going to want to hear about. Freeform just picked up 10 more episodes of this show that air next summer. So I don't know if you guys know that. 10 more.
4-8?
Wait, I'm so confused. Explain that to me.
Wait, what is
That's
that?
all I know. That's all
4-8?
that's all she told. 10 more episodes that air next summer.
Of what?
Oh, it's this
show?
one.
That's an expensive mic.
Don't buy the
Wait,
car yet.
wait, what does this mean? Wait,
I'm
what?
confused about what's going on.
All I know is you guys will be getting more Shadowhunters. How's that?
Yay!
Wow.
We'll have more details soon, but that literally was was just whispered in my ear.
This just
That
in.
wasn't on my list of things that were getting
We
announced.
didn't have talking points on this. We don't know what's going on.
Did it all hinge on
you guys know
that
about
short
this?
video? Did they make the decision based off that video?
Well, thanks.
I think they made it off of Matt's Beyond jokes.
I'm
Okay,
beyond
10
excited.
I think it's a very good thing. So it's exciting.
Well, whatever it is, it's positive.
We'll
Okay.
find
It is.
out more later.
It's a good thing.
Are you guys excited about that?
I mean, what? Oh my God. So we are going to get some fan questions. So if you guys want to start lining up, there's some mics here.
Go, guys, go.
So hold on till I
Race.
my finger.
Race. Push and shove.
Did
this is
you
my
guys get
favorite
everything
part.
out you
I'm
wanted
so
to say about
excited.
Lilith and all that? Okay. Okay.
Oh man, now I can see you guys.
Oh, there's a lot of you.
Hey, guys.
I thought it was
Oh,
just
you
Matt.
guys watched that there. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a Sealy Queen I see in the audience?
All right. So we're going to start
love that.
right here. My lady with the glasses. What's your name?
My name is Nicole. This is my second Shadowhunters New York Comic Con panel, so I'm
More
really
than me.
excited.
Yay.
Yeah,
Hi.
Nicole.
I met you last year.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Not how are you? I already said that. Sorry. Alicia, I love what you said about time, it being irrelevant. I love that because it is, and it is a man-made construct, so you can go on, but I love that. My question is, how do you get into character? Like, what do you do to really give your character life and portray it well?
Well, I think a lot of character work, and I can only really speak for myself, starts before you start working on the project. You know, you put, for me, it's a lot about the backstory that we kind of came up together, which I'm so excited to share, will be delved into in season 3, like very deeply, and I'm so excited. And then you do all your work in preparation, and then you come to set and you play with everybody else. And so as long as it fits the tone of the show and you put your own personal spin on what makes the character special to you, I think that's what translates to the audience.
And what's interesting about a show like Shadowhunters, at least at this point, is because we've all been playing these characters for so long, at least for me, it's become kind of a part of who I am, and I've put so much of myself into the character, and all of our personal relationships kind of influence the relationships you see on screen, and so it becomes very special and very nuanced at this point, and it's fun to get together on set with people that you trust and know very well, and just play.
Yeah, you start to gel. It's like a really good hockey team that knows how to move the puck. You know what I'm saying?
Now I understand it.
Like the Rangers
Hockey.
or the Kings.
I think if you have like a really sexy scene, right? You got to get really sexy. So you go into the trailer and you think about John Travolta and Saturday Night Fever, and you put on some of that music, and you're in there, and you're like, all right, this is good. Now I'm sexy.
Do you have the dance moves?
How
do you
old are
dance?
you?
Is that
Are you
your
my
dance?
age?
Can you demonstrate some of the dance
Yeah,
moves
do
now?
you, what do you do? What moves do you do?
This is not a sexy scene. This is a business-like scene we're doing right now, so I can't do the
See,
dance.
fair enough,
I just
fair
rolled
enough.
my
All
eyes.
right.
Cool,
All right.
cool,
Thanks
cool.
for the question. Next one over here.
Hi. I've actually never met any of you because I took 9 stitches to the face for this show when I was knocked down at your last Comic-Con signing.
Whoa, okay.
It's a pleasure to see y'all in person, and I love
I'm
y'all
glad
so
you're
much.
okay.
Sorry?
Oh my God.
We're glad you're
Girl,
okay.
ask her a question, girl.
My question is, what's been your favorite change from the books to show on the television, other than extended Luke and Maya?
Sorry, repeat your question one more time.
Other than giving us extended Luke and Maya, I was wondering what your favorite changes from the book has been so far.
I think one of my favorite things that are deviation from the book is further exploration with Maya's relationship with Simon. I know that everyone's looking forward to future characters she interacts with, but like I personally very much enjoy working with Alberto and being able to take time and play with him and explore different scenarios. There's a wonderful scenario that happens in episode 2.
I love that scenario.
That is not in the books that everyone is going to be like, well, that was great.
What happens?
You weren't there. It's fine.
You had to be there. It's okay.
You had to be
I'm
there.
never
It
there
was
for
so
any
great,
of Simon's stuff.
But I will say that the relationships that are created that aren't in the books, I think, are some of the most fun to me. Because in your mind, you're always like, what if they were friends? What if those people dated? And so I think that's kind of cool.
I think
Wait, one second. Hold on. You took stitches to the face. Do you want this hat as to make up for it?
I gotta say, Matthew.
Come here. I feel bad.
Now, okay. That's amazing. Matthew Daddario, that is absolutely amazing of you. But I gotta say this: don't go out and get hit in the face because you want.
Oh yeah, no.
We're glad you're
She
okay.
didn't do it for the hat, but hey,
Yeah.
she got the hat.
It's not a good trade.
All right.
You can buy the hat.
I will say this about young Jordan. He's amazing. We tell the story a little differently than the books. I won't ruin it. We do our own little spin, but I think you guys will all be super, super pleased. It's really nice.
I think for me, the finale when Magnus or when Malik was on the beach and they had to work together to defeat the Wraith. That to me, that was awesome.
I liked when you whacked what's his name with the stick. That was great.
I think my favorite one that has aired already was Clary and Valentine on the shore. That was so much fun to shoot. We were covered in mud all day. But my favorite upcoming one is in episode 1 of season 3.
I like that wolf fight in episode 18. I mean, episode 18 was just like all the feels all around.
All the feels.
But I loved, there had been whispers about a wolf fight, and I was super exciid to see it. Yeah, I really liked it.
What's Matt Hastings' favorite? Because
Yeah,
he's
he's
directed
shot
so
many.
many of them. What's your fave?
I love Jace and Sebastian on the bridge in episode 19. I loved watching them because there was such charged emotion behind the story of that fight. And there's the creepiest, craziest thing going on with Clary in the fight scene in episode 1 for season 3. There is a bananas in pajamas scene that she is amazing in, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. I wish we could show a clip of it, but it's really phenomenal. The stunt team crushed it. I mean, I shot it, and I'm in the edit bank going, I hope she makes it. Like, I just really so it affects you emotionally, but also it's just a kick-ass scene. So hopefully you dig it.
Was any of that in the sizzle that we saw? So we can go.
Yeah, there was
When you saw Clary running,
Yeah,
that's part of it. She
Okay.
goes nose to nose with something pretty.
I should tell you guys real quick, if you want to see that sizzle reel again, it's on exclusively on TVinsider.com. Just a little plug out there. But you can watch it right now.
I wish we could show the premiere for you guys. I'm dying for you to see it. So proud.
I mean, that might have to be.
That's a little bit in
here.
We're getting
5.
some.
What we're shooting right now.
Yeah, but I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up too much. So you're definitely going to see that. But like I said before, you see a lot of the trials that he has as a werewolf. You see a lot of that through the other characters also, because of like the way they come in. You get introduced to how, just in general, how werewolves go through that transition of going from whatever they were, be it a Shadowhunter or just a mundane, to becoming a werewolf. So that's where you're going to get a lot of that from. But then there's some cool stuff that's coming up that I can't talk about.
Luke fans, you will love this season. This dude in the premiere is mind-blowing, and you're bigger than ever in the show now, and it's a testament to your talent, sir, and what a great character that Cassie Clare created.
Thank you. Especially since little one over here is here. So.
But in answer to that question, actually, there's a scene where Luke does talk about that, and you will learn a little bit more. It's not a flashback, but it will. I think it will. You'll find it really interesting.
Awesome.
Cleophas comes back. Cleophas.
Thank you so much for sharing. It's one of the things I'm most grateful for is playing a character of this nature that is such a badass and does go through so much and come out the other end stronger for it. I was thinking about this the other day. In such a short time span, Clary has lost her mother, been thrown into a whole new world, found and lost a brother several times, and killed her own father. And so going through all of that changes a person. And that's actually something that truly, right? When you spell it out, it changes a person. But she goes through all of these things, and time again, she gets knocked down, and time again, she gets back up because of her tenacity and because of the people she's surrounded with. And the strength she has from the people that are there to support her, and that she is there to support as well. So that's something that I love about the show, is having all of these inspiring characters.
And if that helps you in your surgery and inspires you, God bless.
Good
May
luck
you
to
be
you.
stronger on the other
Hold
side.
on, I see are you wearing a Malik shirt? I am. Okay, Jim bought this great shirt. Hold on, because I'm like
He's
Santa.
like
I
Monty
feel like
Hall.
Santa is the best thing ever. So you got to see this.
It's almost the holidays, you know?
That's a nice shirt.
Very cool. I'm hoping you'd like this.
That's one heck of a shirt there.
Oh, he's gonna sign it.
Nice.
Isn't Matt Daddario the sweetest?
He's so handsome, too.
It's so true.
Oh, did I say that?
And you're
Yeah,
sexy.
we're talking about you. Deal with it.
Look over here, Daddario, please. Please.
That's awesome. Round of applause, come on.
See, this is something that we discussed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is something that we discussed for a long time, and basically, the situation presented itself in a way that it was a high-stress situation, and Clary made a choice of passion in a high-stress moment after everything she'd been through. Adrenaline running, everything happening, and she made the only choice. She saw Jace's body there on the beach, covered in blood, having just seen him die in her arms, and she made the only choice that she could make in that moment, was to save this person that she loves, the one person she has left. She just saw her brother get killed, she just killed her father, her mother's died, and Jace has been there through it all. And he is the one person that she has the power to save in that moment, and so she does. But that's not to say that's going to be without consequence moving forward, because there are so many things she could have done. She could have ended world hunger. She could have saved her mother. She could have done so many things.
Well, those wishes can't be like that. I feel like Jace just died.
Well,
so
yes.
it's not like you're bringing back somebody who's been dead for this time. How does that work?
But the problem is the whole point of the Raziel wish was to use as a failsafe in case the world was ending, in case everything was going wrong, and that was a last resort for the Shadowhunters once ever. And she used it to save her boyfriend. So there's going to be some consequences, but nothing stays secret in the shadow world for long.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Lex. Since you lost your hat, I have some for you and Isaiah.
Oh.
Yeah, pair of Betry hats. I embroidered them myself.
What?
Do you want them?
Nice.
Oh,
Yes,
do I want them? Yeah.
And you got 3, you got a third to give to Harry?
Oh, my goodness.
Harry's in the mail.
Oh, man, I love...
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's
so
so
sweet.
cute.
Get under the rope, Lex.
Get a hug.
And time is running out. Alec has a really interesting individual journey in that he begins with tremendous amount of political capital, and his journey through the Clave, navigating the Clave politics and all that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got the answer.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's it.
Every year it's more and it grows. So every year it's like the first time getting into it, because I don't really, it's hard to comprehend, I guess. Like the scale of it, you see it here because I can see the people, but it's tough online and elsewhere. So it's impressive, and it's also something we have tremendous amount of gratitude for. It's beyond anything I could have imagined.
Agreed. When I
Anyone else?
Yeah.
When I first read for the role, unfortunately, I had never heard of Shadowhunters, and I had never read the books, and I didn't know anything about it. And so when I booked the role, I Googled it. And I was like, oh, cool. So it's like from part of book series, like that's really interesting, cool. And then like I met with Todd and Darren, they're like, yeah, so like the fandom, and I was like, what? And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like what an interesting experience. And then when they announced it, everyone was like, turn your notifications off on your phone because it will burn and die. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And like I cannot express my gratitude for the warm welcome that I received. I had no idea that there was a community out here. You guys love each other. You guys love us. You guys love everything about the show and the books, knowing that they're two different things. And like, I'm so grateful to be a part of this tribe, you know, because it's something that everyone gravitates towards when, you know, genre is so special for people. It's something that's you can hold on to, that's like feels like it's yours, and being able to help portray that on television is something that I'll never forget this experience moving forward in my career. So
Yes.
Anything else real quick?
Well
Yeah,
said.
I was gonna say it was terrifying at first, but now you guys are like a warm, snuggly blanket in front of the fire.
It's so
You
true.
guys are the best.
Love it.
The
I love it.
conversations that we get to have with you guys, because you guys love the story as much as we do. You guys are as invested as we are in making this. So it makes it fun for us to get to share that with you and get to hear your perspective on it as well.
Awesome. April 3rd on Freeform, season 3 of Shadowhunters. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Shout out to the rats. Shout out to the rats.